This is the ultimate steroids, peptides, and Sarms Iceberg.
Did you take steroids?
I took them, yeah, up until the competition.
This video is supported by gymlight.de. This is what it feels like when you no longer have to forego good lighting when posing for gym photos. Anabolic light, Gymlight.
So guys, let's start with Kriya. Just kidding, let's be serious. Testosterone enanthate, a long-acting form of testosterone that increases muscle mass, strength, and recovery. It's often considered the baseline hormone for performance enhancement. Sustanon, a blend of multiple testosterone esters designed to provide both fast and long-lasting testosterone levels. It supports muscle growth, libido, and overall androgenic effects. Testosterone suspension, a fast-acting, ester-free testosterone that peaks quickly in the bloodstream, known for rapid strength and aggression effects but very short duration. Testosterone depot refers to long-acting testosterone preparations that release the hormone slowly over time. These formulations maintain more stable testosterone levels and are commonly used in medical hormone replacement therapy as well as performance contexts. Their primary effect is sustained increases in muscle mass, strength, recovery, and overall androgenic activity. Testosterone gel is bullshit and never used by any bodybuilder. Boldenone equipoise, originally developed for veterinary use, boldenone increases lean muscle mass and appetite. It's known for steady gains and improved endurance. Nandrolone decadurabolin, a muscle-building steroid with strong anabolic and mild androgenic effects, often associated with joint relief and slower but solid mass gains. NPP, nandrolone phenylpropionate, a shorter-acting version of nandrolone with quicker onset, produces similar effects but clears the system faster. Human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is a naturally occurring hormone that stimulates growth, cell repair, and regeneration. It supports fat loss, improves recovery and sleep quality, and increases IGF-1 levels, which contribute to muscle and tissue growth. Insulin. Insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar by transporting glucose and nutrients into cells. In a performance context, it is associated with enhanced nutrient uptake and glycogen storage, which can indirectly support muscle growth. It is extremely powerful and risky, as improper use can lead to dangerous drops in blood sugar. Turinabol. Turinabol is an oral anabolic steroid known for producing steady, lean muscle gains without significant water retention. It enhances strength and endurance while maintaining a relatively dry and controlled look. Oral turinabol was developed in East Germany, DDR, and became a central substance in the state-run doping program during the Cold War. It was systematically administered to athletes to increase strength and performance while avoiding obvious physical changes, making it harder to detect at the time. Dianabol, one of the most famous oral steroids, known for rapid strength and size increases, causes dramatic weight gain, much of it from water retention. Anadrol oxymethylone, a powerful oral steroid that greatly increases strength and body weight, often considered one of the strongest mass-gaining compounds ever made. Anavar oxandrolone, a mild oral steroid focused on strength, muscle hardness, and fat loss, popular due to lower androgenic side effects compared to other orals. Winstrol, stanozolol, known for enhancing muscle definition and athletic performance, often used for cutting due to its dry, hardening effect. Primobolan, methanolone, a mild anabolic steroid that promotes lean muscle without much water retention, favored for cutting and lower side effect profiles. Masteron, drostanolone, a DHT-derived steroid known for muscle hardness and anti-estrogenic effects, commonly used in contest preparation. Trenbolone, Tren, extremely potent anabolic steroid with dramatic effects on strength, muscle density, and fat loss, widely considered one of the most powerful steroids ever created. Clenbuterol. Clenbuterol is not a steroid, but a beta-2 agonist originally developed as a bronchodilator. It increases metabolic rate, fat loss, and energy levels while preserving muscle, which is why it's often associated with cutting phases. Its stimulant-like effects can include jitters, increased heart rate, and insomnia. Methyltestosterone, an oral form of testosterone with strong androgenic effects, known for aggression and strength but also high toxicity. Halotestin, fluoxymesterone, a very aggressive oral steroid used primarily for strength and dominance, produces little muscle gain but intense neurological effects. Superdrol, methyldrostanolone, a designer oral steroid with extreme anabolic potency, known for rapid strength gains and high liver stress. Misterolone, Proviron, a weak anabolic but strong androgen often used to enhance hardness and libido. It also reduces estrogenic activity. Dihydroboldenone, DHB, a potent injectable with strong muscle building and hardening effects, often compared to trenbolone but with different side effect profiles. Methyltrenbolone, an extremely powerful oral steroid never intended for medical use. Even tiny amounts produce massive strength increases. Stembolone, a lesser-known injectable with moderate anabolic effects, historically used but now very rare. Desoxymethyltestosterone, Madol, a designer steroid developed to evade drug testing, extremely potent with severe toxicity risks. Bolesterone, one of the strongest oral anabolic steroids ever synthesized, produces rapid strength gains with severe side effects. Dimethazine A, designer steroid combining two methylated compounds, known for strength gains and high liver stress. THG, tetrahydrogestrinone, a notorious designer steroid from the Balco scandal, created specifically to avoid detection in drug tests. Androstanolone, injectable DHT, pure injectable DHT that increases muscle hardness and strength, extremely androgenic with no estrogen conversion. Clostebol, a weak anabolic steroid once used medically, often detected in doping cases due to contamination. Peptides are short chains of amino acids that act as signaling molecules in the body. They play roles in many biological processes, such as hormone regulation, muscle growth, fat loss, healing, and immune function. Some synthetic peptides are researched or used for medical and performance-related purposes, but many are still experimental. BPC-157, a healing peptide known for tissue repair and gut health, popular for injury recovery. TB500, a peptide associated with enhanced healing and inflammation reduction, often used alongside BPC-157. GHKCU, a copper peptide involved in skin regeneration and tissue repair, known for cosmetic and anti-aging effects. All peptides you can find on the Biowell site, which is linked in the description. Don't forget to use code STACK to get 10% off. Also, we are doing a giveaway with one peptide case. So just subscribe to this channel, comment #STACK and your Instagram name, and the winners will be drawn on April 30th. So don't forget to join. Selank, an anxiolytic peptide that reduces anxiety without sedation, often described as calming and focus enhancing. Cmax, a cognitive peptide linked to improved focus and memory, originally developed for neurological conditions. PEGMGF, a growth factor derivative that supports muscle repair, often associated with recovery rather than direct growth. Thymosin alpha-1, an immune-modulating peptide that supports immune response, used in medical and longevity contexts. SLU-PP332, an experimental metabolic peptide, still largely theoretical with limited human data. L-carnitine, a compound involved in fat metabolism and energy production, often used for endurance and fat loss. Cagrilintide, an appetite-suppressing peptide targeting satiety hormones, being studied for obesity treatment. GLP-3, a gut-derived hormone involved in glucose metabolism, less studied than GLP-1 variants. MOTSC, a mitochondrial peptide that improves metabolic function, linked to longevity research. HCG, a hormone that mimics luteinizing hormone, helps maintain natural testosterone production. MK677, a growth hormone secretagogue that increases GH and IGF-1 levels, known for appetite and sleep effects. Ipamorelin, a selective GH-releasing peptide with minimal side effects, often used for recovery and sleep quality. Tesamorelin, a medical peptide that stimulates growth hormone release, known for reducing visceral fat. IGF-1LR3, a long-acting growth factor that promotes muscle cell growth, extremely potent and systemic. MT2, melanotan-2, a tanning peptide that increases melanin production, also affects appetite and libido. HGH fragment, a fat loss-focused portion of growth hormone, does not promote muscle growth directly. Oxytocin, a social bonding hormone influencing mood and connection, sometimes called the love hormone, SS31, a mitochondrial protective peptide studied for aging and energy, still experimental, methylene blue, a compound that enhances mitochondrial efficiency, studied for cognitive and energy effects, NAD plus a cellular energy molecule, critical for metabolism and aging, often associated with longevity, clomiphene, a SERM that stimulates natural testosterone production, common in hormone recovery protocols, enclomiphene, a refined version of clomiphene with fewer side effects, used to boost endogenous testosterone, 5-amino-1-MQ, a metabolic compound targeting fat storage enzymes, studied for body recomposition. AOD9604 is a modified fragment of human growth hormone that is often marketed as a fat-burning peptide. It is designed to stimulate fat breakdown without significantly affecting IGF-1 levels or muscle growth. It's primarily associated with weight loss research rather than performance enhancement. There are studies that also show its use in orthopedics, specifically for cartilage repair. AHKCU is a copper-binding peptide primarily studied for its effects on hair growth and skin regeneration. It is believed to support tissue repair and may help stimulate hair follicles. It is mostly used in cosmetic and dermatological contexts rather than performance enhancement. CJC1295 is a growth hormone-releasing peptide that stimulates the pituitary gland to increase natural growth hormone production. This leads to elevated IGF-1 levels, which can support recovery, fat loss, and muscle growth. It is often used for its long-lasting GH-stimulating effects compared to shorter-acting peptides. Melanotan-1 is a synthetic peptide that stimulates melanin production in the skin, leading to increased tanning without prolonged sun exposure. It primarily targets the melanocortin-1 receptor and is considered milder and more selective than melanotan-2. Its main use is cosmetic with minimal relevance to muscle growth or performance. Some peptides are available in non-injectable forms, such as capsules or nasal sprays. For example, BPC-157 is sometimes marketed in capsule form, while Selank and C-Max are commonly used as nasal sprays. However, oral capsule forms of peptides often have significant limitations. Peptides are made of amino acids and are easily broken down by digestive enzymes in the stomach and intestines, which can greatly reduce their bioavailability. When peptides are injected, for example subcutaneously, they bypass the digestive system and enter the bloodstream more directly, which generally results in better absorption and more predictable effects. Importantly, for peptides like TB500, there is currently no strong scientific evidence that they are orally bioavailable. The same applies to GHK-Cu, where oral effectiveness has not been convincingly demonstrated in scientific research. BPC-157 is often described as being orally available, and unlike many other peptides, it appears to be relatively stable in the gastrointestinal environment in experimental settings. For this reason, it is commonly marketed in capsule form. Selective androgen receptor modulators are synthetic compounds that bind to androgen receptors in the body. They are designed to mimic some effects of testosterone, mainly promoting muscle growth and bone density, but in a more targeted way than traditional anabolic steroids. They are still largely experimental, not approved for medical use in many countries, and may carry health risks. Ostarine, MK2866, the first widely known selective androgen receptor modulator, promotes mild muscle growth and recovery. Andarine, S4, is known for fat loss and muscle hardness, often associated with visual side effects. S23, an extremely potent selective androgen receptor modulator with steroid-like effects, strongly suppressive. RAD140, testosterone, one of the strongest ones for muscle and strength, highly anabolic. RAD150, a longer-lasting version of RAD140, designed for sustained activity. AC262A, milder experimental selective androgen receptor modulator, limited data available. LGD4033, ligandrol, a popular mass-building selective androgen receptor modulator, known for size and strength increases. LGD3303, a more aggressive relative of LGD4033, focuses on strength and density. YK11A hybrid, selective androgen receptor modulator that inhibits myostatin, often considered borderline steroid-like. ACP-105A, neurological friendly selective androgen receptor modulator studied for cognitive effects. Mild anabolic activity, OTRAC, an experimental androgen receptor modulator, very limited public data. Endurobol, commonly known as cardarine, is not a SARM, but a PPAR delta receptor agonist that enhances endurance and fat metabolism. It increases the body's ability to use fatty acids for energy, which can improve stamina and training capacity. It's mainly associated with performance endurance and cutting phases rather than direct muscle growth. That was the complete steroid peptides and Sarms Iceberg. Don't forget to subscribe to the Stackhouse YouTube channel and enter the giveaway by comment #bio and your Instagram name.